As far as historic Jewish capitals of the world go, Cordoba, a city in the southern Spanish region of Andalucia, is not famously known as one. In fact, this city was the center of the Islamic world for centuries during the Middle Ages. But Cordoba's undeniable historic Jewish roots has been heavily promoted by the city's tourism board and been attracting growing curiosity. Cordoba is part of Spain's chain of destinations boasting rich Sephardic history, but this city showcases a uniquely medieval Sephardic story.
Córdoba es la capital de Sefarad.
Cordoba is the capital of Sepharad. For those listening, the capital of somewhere is a place where everything concentrates both in history and in memory. Everything important in both tangible and intangible heritage. And we find ourselves in Cordoba, which boasts two undeniable characteristics. It's the capital of Andalucia's incredible and beautiful culture, but it's also our Sephardic capital, that is, Jewish Spain.
Capital de Sefarad, la España judía.
Here, Jews thrived in trade, science, and academia under the tolerant Islamic rule of Rahman III during the 10th century. It was here, too, that the great thinker and medic Ramban was born. Regimes to come saw the isolation of Jews inside the stone walls of the Jewish quarter of Cordoba, a fortress now protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, before the eventual expulsion of Jews during the Spanish Inquisition. Cordoba, though, is reminiscent of a time before that decree in 1492, when this was a convivial city.
The same way that the city of Toledo was a more central city after the 13th century, without a doubt Cordoba was central during the time of the Caliphate in the 9th and 10th centuries. Later in the 11th century, Cordoba, as capital of Al-Andalus, played a central role in communication between the Islamic, Judaic and Christian worlds, and helped in the transmission of thinking, in the translation of works, scientific, medical, technical, to the Iberian Peninsula and the rest of Western Europe.
True to the requirements of Spain's Sephardic route, a tourism booster to invite Jewish visitors and historians to the country, Cordoba makes it easy to retrace history. The city's Casa Sepharad gives visitors a sense of medieval life in a traditional Sephardic home, as well as displaying a collection of historic manuscripts during the time of the Jewish expulsion from Spain. The Cordoba Synagogue and the Chapel of Bartolomeo, once believed to have been a place of Jewish worship, remain beautifully preserved. Restaurants, too, offer visitors a choice of traditional Sephardic dishes.
We're working on two areas. Firstly, the recovery of the Jewish legacy, which is very important to our city through our synagogue, our Jewish quarter. Secondly, we are reinvigorating the cultural and touristic life of the city to attract visitors interested in Jewish culture and prepare the city so we can offer them a great experience.
Y preparar la ciudad para que estos visitantes se encuentren con una satisfacción a la hora de realizar la visita.
Cordoba is only one of 24 Spanish cities reviving its Sephardic Jewish roots. But this particular city hopes it'll be remembered for a time before the Inquisition, when Jews, Muslims, and Christians all thrived together. Sandra Gottman for JN1 in Cordoba, Spain.